古代の人間の平均寿命は青銅時代は18歳、ローマ時代でさえ22歳だった。その頃の天国は美しい若者で溢れていたろうに。
This quote brings a new perspective on dying young, seeing it as something beautiful rather than a tragedy that it is. It is my second favorite quote of all time. My first favorite is this one.
Why would you go to the long walk fat and wearing jeans?
I saw a TikToker talk about it, and he had a lot of weird cinema sins type of critique. Okay, listen. I didn't want to delve into his points, but I've got to, man.
This may be the most pointless twist a movie has ever had. Almost everyone that's going to see The Long Walk will already know that when people get eliminated in this government-sponsored endurance walking competition, they get executed on the spot, and that only one person can win. But this detail is still framed at the beginning like it's some shocking revelation waiting to be sprung on us.
That is not at all what the movie was trying to do at the beginning. Let's go through his examples.
The way that Ray casually tells his mom he'll be back in a few days.
Him talking to his mom is him calming her down, telling her, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna be back, don't worry.
The way that they play coy as they address this nervous kid asking what's wrong. It's also intentionally vague, and it just makes this intense situation more boring than it should be.
They aren't trying to show it off as a twist, it's literally just them not grasping reality fully. Pete actually mentions this. He literally says,
You know, I had an idea. When the first guy fell off, the soldiers were pointing their guns, and when they pulled the triggers, little pieces of paper with the word bang will pop out. The major will go, April Fools, and we'll all go home. Yeah, it took me a while to realize the real gut truth of this. This is walk or die.
You know, like children joining the army who don't realize how much shit they're in. Literally.
What's been coming down the line? This guy Rudolph? He got the Christmas spirit. Real jolly.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
No hate to this dude whatsoever. I actually like his videos. He always does this thing. He finds a film he hates, and then he won't shut up about it for like 2 weeks.
A crime movie can only be as good as its main villain is competent. You marvel at how many opportunities I want to see if any of you can what the hell is this doing? And now like the woman in Cabin 10 made this so insane.
The film is very metaphorical. There are so many moments where you're just wondering things. Why are none of you really prepared? Why would you go with so many layers of clothes in something where you're constantly sweating while walking? Why does everyone have so much camaraderie? There's one person that's like in opposition, and that nigga kills himself. Very gut-wrenching scene, by the way. I felt actually bad for that nigga. I almost turned the movie off when I saw that. Also in the beginning when we were introduced to him and he was like fucking up that group talk. What the fuck was he even trying to say?
Yeah, just like my grandma bowling guys, right?
What do you mean, right? We don't know your grandma. What are you talking about?
I like what you said.
Raring to rip. You sound like my meme on the bowl in the morning, man. Right, guys?
The fuck is a meme?
Near the end, when David Johnson's character pointed a gun at the Major, I know it's supposed to focus on them too, but the fact that no one behind him, no one in the crowd even ran away or did anything. What if the Major dodges? Then you're gonna get shot. Run away. Well, I don't know. Then again, that's not the point. The film is more so like theater. Theater has many moments where characters are just acting irrational and strange, and you're just thinking to yourself, nigga, stop singing, get off the stage and go home. But that's not the point. The characters represent something, they mean something. Going into the details on why they have like one camera that is being used for the entire thing, or why there isn't like a likable host for the entire long walk, or anything about the inherent logic of the world itself, misses the point.
He's a total ignorance for how reality television works. I'm supposed to believe that the entire production behind this wildly successful nationally televised competition show consists of strapping a few cameras onto tanks, then watching people walk and get shot? Why would anyone get invested into a competition when you don't get to know any of the people involved?
Also, in a weird sense, we do have a likable host. Well, not really a host, a spokesperson almost. The Major. People in the world respect him and admire him, it seems, both in the book and the movie. Only near the end of the walk they start hating on his ass because they saw all their homies die. The movie is obviously about the army and drafting and the war. It was written during the Vietnam War, actually. The movie isn't subtle about this either. They literally talk about getting drafted.
When the system backs people into a corner, points to an escape hatch and says, that's the only way out. Of course we're all going to try to go through it. We've been set up to believe it's the only way, the honorable way. I mean, even though only 50 of us get picked in the lottery, all of the boys in this country put in for it. I'm not exaggerating. Everybody puts in for it, even though it's not required. Because we're all so fucking desperate. What does that tell you?
What?
Nobody signs up for this. Not really.
Mark Hamill's performance was strange. Then again, that adds the charm to the character. But also, Mark, you're 80 years old. I expected the Major to be a bit more energetic, like with his nuance and the way he approached his speeches. But Mark Hamill couldn't deliver on that. But that's okay, he gave it a whole different spin to the whole thing. I'm fine with old people, you know, working as actors, that's okay. If I could, I would have Martin Scorsese make movies forever. It's been a while since I read it, but in the book he's much less supportive. Like in this film he gives speeches and like tells the boys you can do it, but in the book he just gives them the rules and tells them to fuck off.
Hello boys, you guys are, I don't want to give a speech. Rule number 1, walk. Rule number 2, do not walk. Any questions? Dad, you gotta watch this video, this girl, she goes talk to her, man, it's so fun.
The retention for this part will fucking plummet, but a wise person once said, getting queerbaited by Danganronpa is like losing chess to a dog. And I can tell you one thing, I lost a chess match.
I'm editing this and this image is fucking frying me, dog. Look at this nigga, he's in absolute despair, oh my god. Also, I want to point out the person who tweeted that has an A to PFP.
When they had that little scene where Pete and Garrison were walking together and Pete's trying to know more about Garrison.
You gotta go, right?
You know, I had to end it because of this, so that was that.
33.
That's too bad, but smart.
Second.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you, Pete? You got a lady?
No, Ray. No, I don't.
Warning. 47. Second.
That was romantic tension there. That was on purpose. I'm not going insane. I had to stop that scene to just take a second and calm down. A movie with a predominantly male cast like this will of course have the Fujoshis going crazy. And that's what I have been doing on my timeline for weeks. Someone tweeted at 10 PM Pacific time, "It's fingered Fat Boy Fall," with a picture of Garrity. What is wrong with y'all? Imagine being the actor opening up Twitter and you see this. You must be asking yourself, what the fuck is going on? Well, I'm asking myself, why did you come to the long walk fat wearing jeans? The banter between the characters was nice. You can tell the actors had fun.
You trying to suck this dick, Buckovich?
Sounds like you want to eat my fucking meat, you sick fuck.
Yo, Long Dong Silver, that's me. I'll fuck my way across the 7 seas.
Nah, Sinbad.
What?
You're thinking of Sinbad, you know? Sinbad is sailor, that's the 7 seas guy.
Did you not hear that? I don't give a fuck.
For those who don't know, Garrity's actor, Cooper Hoffman, is the son of Seymour Philip Hoffman, one of the best actors in our generation. He also stars in one of my favorite movies ever, Synecdoche, New York. Whatever. He also starred in a lot of PTA movies. He has passed away a long time ago, but you can tell that's his son. Did a great performance.
Garrity, Raymond.
I'm so sorry. Please, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Pete, I have made such a fucking massive mistake. I should have just stayed in the fucking car. I should have just gone.
By the way, there are so many movies where they cast like super old looking dudes as like teenagers, but this one really hit it on the nail. Dog, almost every one of these actors is 30. Look at them.
Stephen King once said, like and subscribe.
The world in both the book and the film takes place after like a big war. The book goes into much more detail, but basically World War II was happening and it got so bad and so long it started happening inside the country of America. So people shooting missiles and shooting each other for border control inside of America. And at some point during the war, America turned into a fascist regime. That's what happened in the book, and probably in this world too.
My parents both died in the big war when I was little.
The way Ray's death parallels the way his father died for the cause, for the greater good, is very telling because in a sense he stood for what he believed, like his dad, but he's also passed on the trauma. He had the ability to not die, to just say that he loves the government and then be let go, but he didn't choose it for the greater good. Well, did he have the chance? Let's talk about that for a second. I see a lot of folks saying he should have just submit himself and say that he loved the government so he can be let go and then be with his family. And with people, I mean the TikToker from earlier again.
As far as we know, he just has to say the words, yes, I pledge allegiance. He could just lie.
First and foremost, it's a metaphor. It's a very metaphorical scene. The father represents uprising and whatnot. You get it. Secondly, it's a fascist regime. Do you think they would have just let him go? They would have killed him either way. They already put him on his knees outside with a gun ready, having him do the taste test with the revolver. Do you think they were just gonna be like, yeah, okay, all cool, buddy, yeah, dap me up, my nigga? No! Okay, to get back to what I was actually talking about with the parallels between his death and his father's death. He died for what he believed in front of someone he loved. In the father's case, it's in front of his family, and in Ray's case, it's in front of Pete. Thereby also, similarly to his father, passing down his goals, his wishes to Pete, where Ray, like his father, wanted to take down the government, and when Ray's dad died, Ray now wanted to take over his goals and fulfill those wishes. Now that Ray died, Pete wants to take over those goals and fulfill that wish by killing the Major. But does he kill the Major is the question. Right after he kills the Major, the streets are empty. There's no one there. And he just turns around and keeps walking. With the streets barren, something tells me Pete died. They shot him right then and there, and he never got to kill the Major. He didn't kill the Major because the Major represents something. He represents war and propaganda, and that doesn't die. Furthermore, in the book, the ending is actually a lot different. Instead of Pete, Ray survives. The Major is waiting to hear the wish that Ray has, but Ray completely ignores him. He sees in the far distance a black figure walking. To him, there was still another contestant in the race, and he did not win yet. He took what little strength he had and kept going, because he still had a long walk ahead of him. You get the idea. The long walk never stops. Once it starts, it keeps on going. The war, be it the one that you're literally fighting in as an army man, or the war inside of you, will always continue on. And it will never stop, even if you have your wish granted. Which, by the way, you are not. Gareth doesn't get his wish granted at the end, and that's very important. Personally, I was really missing that aspect. The very fact that he didn't get that wish fulfilled. Because you don't get a wish fulfilled when you join the army. You usually just die. I also like to imagine a weird twist of fate that the dark figure that Ray sees in the book far ahead of him is Pete from the movie. You know, because he is dark, like skin color, and he walked ahead with no one ahead of him. Notably in the book, Ray walks off with his hands stretched out like a beggar. Do you know how many veterans live on the street today? A lot. Okay, that was for dramatic effect, but the number has been going down for like since 2009. Fairly said, I think a lot of them are just strapped dying, so I don't know. Also interesting, one of the people walking during the long walk, yeah, they're walking, of course, is the son of the Major, and he actually has a lot of children throughout the country.
The Major's my father. I'm his bastard. I didn't think he knew I was his son. That's where I made my mistake. He's got dozens of us.
So in a sense, he creates a lot of fatherless homes with him spreading his seed and whatnot, but also creates a lot of fatherless home with his murders. For example, Ray. It also parallels how during the Vietnam War, there was a lot of rape happening, thereby creating fatherless homes. One man.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Those other walkers were sometimes frying me, I can't even lie to you. Spike Lee looking ass nigga, I swear to God, I can't escape this dude.
I need to hear it louder. All for one!
And one for all!
Hell yeah! Yeah, right, you know. Yeah, not you.
The guy with the book, after he broke his ankle on a steep hill, you can see him humping throughout the rest of the movie, which was really interesting, or rather, before he died.
I don't want to beat people that badly. And I think when the time comes, and I'm tired enough, I think I'll just sit down.
I wish they had shown a shot of his book. It was literally just one page with like the word D on it, like SpongeBob. I thought I was a Sigma. Overall, the movie was fine. It didn't wow me. Like a 3 out of 5 or whatever. You would really expect people to learn how to poop standing up. I also didn't enjoy the cinematography. It was definitely better than the Spike Lee joint. Go watch that video. Until then, bye and subscribe.